Hello and welcome back to Dial H for Heroclix. I'm your host, Kalder and Ian. This episode, we're going to be chatting about all the cool things, some games we played, and some teams we're building in the world of Heroclix. This is episode 553. Howdy, howdy. Let's get rowdy.
Do you really wanna click save?
Leadership,
Roll a 6, make a move extreme.
token up,
Taking action from your team. I go straight to your start. Hypersonic speed.
roll a 5,
Getting brave, hitting blades, claws, fangs.
KO,
Stick and move, click a few just to hit a stop. Need a 3 CCE on a flurry close.
tear your dials apart.
Once the timer starts, do you really wanna click save? What's going up must come down. Do you really wanna click save? Baby, you got it found. Find the word you soon become. You're the best, the judge is wrong, but you amplify the damage on. Roll your dice for initiative, son.
Dial H for Heroclix is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock every day, including all the latest Heroclix singles and sealed products. Make sure you check them out at CoolStuffInc.com. Use code DIAL5 for 5% off your Cool Stuff Inc. order, and you can go to shop.whizkids.com, get clicks straight from the source. You can still pick up that unicorn if you order $50 or more from shop.whizkids.com. If you're not doing any promos, specials, or iconics, you can use code DIALH10, DIALH10, for 10% off your HeroClix order. Joining me like always in the studio is Ian Eggleston. What's going on, Ian?
Live from the Super Bowl that we did not watch.
Oh yeah, that's a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I have talked with a few people just throughout the day today and yesterday, and I was like, one guy was like, "So what are you gonna do today?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna play HeroClix, head home, maybe go grocery shopping. What about you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna read a book or something." I'm like, and 5 minutes later, I'm like, "It's crazy that none of us we didn't
No
mention
one
the Super Bowl
cares,
at all.
dude.
Just don't care."
It's wild because yesterday we were talking. It's like, oh yeah, we can, do the whole show tomorrow.
That was so funny.
It's coming, guys.
That's so funny.
Earlier in the day, we were like, yeah, the Super Bowl's happening. Didn't realize it was the next day, and it's like, oh, we can pilot the new show tomorrow night. Oh wait, the Super Bowl is happening.
Yeah.
People are probably watching that.
The most watched event, even if we could care less, especially about this year. Dude, it was so weird because that's what made me happy this week. It was getting the chair in and getting this really close to set up, getting the camera working and really close to set up. The new Dial H studio is super super close, guys. So close we were almost yeah, let's go live tonight.
But it's the Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl.
So we know that
funny.
Honestly, I don't know because even at work,
you know what?
same thing.
I bet we could have got 30, 40 people maybe in the live. What do you think? I think we got a decent amount of folks in the live despite the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I honestly, just the general vibe for the Super Bowl, my work knows I'm pretty into sports. I follow it, whatever. And they're like, so who you rooting for tonight? I was like, I don't think I'm going to watch it. They're like, yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
It's the best outcome for the Super Bowl would have been if neither team showed up.
Fair
enough. The Chiefs, if you like the Chiefs, I'm sorry. Well, in a way, you guys have won a ton, but we're not going to get into why. Just no. And the Eagles, some of the most disrespectful fans
You're an Eagles fan.
ever. Oh my gosh, you guys desecrated Minnesota. Still remember that. So, yeah, I'm never forgiving that. And also, it's not like that's the only city that's happened in. So just both teams very unlikable. I guess the good thing that's come of it, the Eagles won. Dallas Goddard, South Dakota boy, played at SDSU.
Oh, cool. Right
he
on.
got a ring. So I think there's 5 or 6 Super Bowl champions from South Dakota now.
Represent.
Mm-hmm. The other one also played on the Eagles that I can recall.
Oh, sick.
Nate Gary. Absolute freak.
Good for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute freak, 7 days a week.
Well, and when he was in high school, he played at the rival school for us.
Oh, yeah?
And literally their game plan was just hand him the ball, and he'd run for 300 yards a game, which is just absurd.
Okay.
Oh, it's windy out? Yeah, we don't need to throw the ball. Who cares? It was nuts. This guy was
just let him
a
go
man
crazy.
among boys.
Don't even worry about it.
If you saw the guy at 16, you would be like, he's probably 22.
Oh, really? Dang.
Maybe not that much, but yeah. Anyway, didn't watch Super Bowl. Whatever happened at the halftime show, Kendrick Lamar.
I'll watch.
Hope you did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good.
He was the They Not Like Us or something, right?
Yeah, the Drake beef and I don't know,
something or other.
Ew.
I guess I'll probably try to find the Brave New World and Thunderbolts trailers or something that came out during the game.
Sure.
That's probably about it. what I'll try to go do later.
You could bet on if the Rizzler was in a Super Bowl commercial.
Could you really? Was he?
I don't know if he was.
Oh, man.
It was 21%
Would
odds.
I take that bet? Oh, dude, maybe. I could see it.
It was just like, what the heck? Like, you can bet on anything, and we're not going to advertise that because just don't do that. Just don't.
No, it's probably not. You probably shouldn't.
It's funny.
It's funny.
And then you think
It's
about
really
people
funny.
actually doing it,
But,
and it's
like,
not that funny anymore.
No.
Well,
Don't
it's
actually,
sad
like,
funny.
gamble. Like, it's kind of fun to be like, yo, gamble. But don't, like,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't go nuts.
You know, if it's a rivalry game, like I work with a Packers fan, whenever the Vikings play the Packers, it's like, yeah, loser buys lunch or something like that.
something fun.
That's fine.
That's fun.
But anyway, there's Heroclix to talk about. There always is Heroclix to talk about. But yeah, definitely the big thing this week, and we'll just go over it quickly. The studio's looking flame.
Studio looks
It's looking
awesome, dude.
fire.
We got some good wall art hanging up. We got
some posters.
good posters, curtains.
Banners.
I love the couch and chair. I really like how the couch and chair look. I'm very excited about that. We got the desk built, a little mini desk built.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, that's pretty cool. The banners look good. Carpet's looking good. Yeah, I'm really,
This carpet is
really
unreal.
excited,
And if
dude.
you see a post by me in the trade forums looking for some things, maybe you can figure out what that carpet is made of.
I think you gave it away.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
no, I think I just gave it away.
You never know.
Listener,
I think it's sweet.
ooh, forget this.
So this week, yeah, it'll probably be finished up completely.
Yeah.
A few more things we got to like hang up or nail to a wall. And then
There's some finishing touches.
I'm thinking, I really am,
Organization.
dude. I'm sold on it. I see the vision. I want a big styrofoam superhero in the background.
You're really into that. I mean, we can
This
say
is an idea from like 30 minutes ago, by
I
the way,
know.
listeners.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. I can just go get an actual foam thing of a superhero that has its own mantle.
But it's gray.
It is gray,
And we have a
yeah.
gray wall.
Yeah, that's true.
If it was like red, don't try to
silver.
don't try to finagle your way
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
I
it.
can put the little light on. Ooh,
I'm really thinking, a big statue of somebody would be sweet. Maybe like even a cardboard cutout would be just fine by me.
I have a few cardboard cutouts we could use.
There you go.
Yeah,
So there you go, listener.
Okay.
The show is underway. We'll have some
Just like
fun
that.
stuff to kick
Easy
it off.
peasy.
We'll have some stuff to give away because always do.
you gotta splash the pot with all you got. You gotta shell out for the listeners when it's like something cool, new, and big happening. Yeah, I want some good attendance during this live stream when we finally pop off. And well, it's just, fact of the matter is, when you give things away, that makes the
That
attendance
helps.
go up. So, and it's also fun to like celebrate. Like, hey, this looks great for us. Here's a little something for you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a loyal fan. Thanks
This
for being
camera, though, I got to comment on.
camera's insane, dude.
So we bought
Huge.
for anyone who's in that space, a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, and then a very expensive lens to go with it, because if you don't have a good lens, then what's the point of having a good camera? And I have not worked with anything remotely close to this, and it very much was like its own language. So it was a bit to even get it like registered, set up, updated. Like it's a computer. And so I'm super excited to be more familiar with this. That will also be like kind of debuting in Florida as well. So you guys can look forward to hopefully some like crystal clear gameplay footage. And then, the last technical thing that we're considering is like some new mics. So if you think our audio quality is semi on this, well, it'll probably get better.
Yeah.
Because while we, outside of the camera, that was about as expensive as I thought it would be, under budget.
Yeah, we really
Like
are.
massively under budget. So that is also a huge plus. So anyways, the new Heroclix show, which will be a weekly thing, and the podcast will now be in a video format, essentially we'll be doubling our weekly content, and that will kind of lead into, really whatever we want it to be, but mainly covering like the news, kind of the fun stuff we're building.
Yeah.
Essentially an extension of this, but it'll be more fun, it'll be live, it'll be more interactive.
There'll be a lot more energy to it, too. There always is in a live stream. It'll be fun.
So yeah, guys, it's close. I know ideally we were looking to launch this, I think, like early November.
Yeah.
There's a series of, we're not going to get into it.
Nope.
But it is coming now. And yeah, this is like the most excited I've been about a Heroclix project I think like ever, honestly, other than like, I mean, covering worlds and stuff and expanding
course,
that.
yeah.
But this, as far as like what we do in house, will be really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
It's gonna be a blast.
And now on to the real show,
Ooh.
the podcast.
Wow, look at us. This is us podcasting here. No, but I played a weekly game this week at Dragon's Lair. So if you guys remember, it was the prime time team we talked a little bit about last week. I ended up just not changing anything. It was the simplest way to just go about it. So I will say I forgot something at home, so I didn't play it. So instead I played something else. So
Did
just so you know.
Pop off? That was
I
your
did,
Liquid
I
Death
did, I
pop
did.
off of the week.
The Liquid Death pop off of the week.
Sponsored by Liquid Death.
I did pop off. I went 3-0, undefeated with a fun little weekly tournament, and I did come in first place technically, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of fun. We only played 3 rounds. First place, pretty chill, pretty fun. I played Kamo at 110 with the Hell Cycle on hypersonic speed. 'Cause I actually have never played Kamo with the Hell Cycle yet, so that was fun. So really quickly, the scenario was 400 points Golden Age, and you can play as many primes as you want on the team. Primes have a silver ring instead of a green ring. So that was cool. Let me use some really awesome combos that I basically thought I would never be able to play, right? Because you literally cannot play them any other time. Yeah, Madame Xanadu giving US Agent Mastermind so he can mastermind and kill people and then get powers for them rocked. And you just literally can't ever do that normally.
Giving Kamo Mastermind sounds like a good time,
also
too.
solid. And so I had Kamo with the Hell Cycle, who I'd never played with the Hell Cycle before. So I'm like, Kamo and Hypersonic.
Nasty.
Wow, that was nasty. Colossus with the motorcycle. He honestly didn't even do all that much. He just helped me get through figures that had like impervious reduced pen or whatever, right? Like I just used.
He just exists.
Get around
and your
stuff.
opponent's just like, ugh.
Yeah, basically.
Every time I see him, I'm like, ugh.
Played Micron. Micron's just fun.
He's
I
just
love
the man,
Micron from
dude.
JLU. Played US Agent.
Also
once
the
again,
man.
just the man. Played Reverse Flash, and
The
then
man?
Yeah, he is the man. And then Madame Xanadu with the Cloak of Levitation, giving her sidestep flight to help her kind of move around, which actually was super helpful positioning wise. So she sorely needed sidestep. That was huge. And then I love the past keyword, and it always irks me that I can't play both Madame Xanadu and Reverse Flash. Played them both today. They rocked. US Agent had a great moment where the shark ran up and then killed itself with Mystics, and then US Agent could see it. So I'm like, well, I'm going to get Flurry. Cool. Opposing effect.
yeah.
Died. Like, it rocked. Being able to, also, again, perplex up US Agent so he could stay alive. There was one game where US Agent was on click 6 for, 2 turns, and it rocked. I was like, this rules. Like, you're not killing him. Because that's the worst, when they kill US Agent right away and you don't get any of your powers or whatever. With this team, you could play him a little looser than normal. So it was a ton of fun. So yeah, played against a lot of Prime Namors. I didn't kill any Prime Namors from Collector's Trove. I got one pretty far down. But then I was just like, geez, this game's taking too long. I don't want to kill this guy. It's taking forever. But he's really solid. He was pretty fun to play against. I think he's a little tough as a 200-point piece in some regards. I don't think he attacks enough or does enough
I think
stuff.
he's really good with Beetlejuice.
There you go. Fair enough.
I've heard other people talking about that, and I've looked at that dial.
It is
and
also
I'm like,
just-
wow, that is hard to chew
It's
through.
really hard to chew through. That is the biggest thing. Where even with stuff like Kamo or US Agent or Reverse Flash, I was still just like, jeez, I'm pumping so many attacks into this guy. Goodness gracious. A great time was one turn. I just had Colossus move up and destroy someone's phone booth right away. That was pretty fun. Just walk through it.
I hate the phone booth.
I can't stand the phone booth. And I was like, anything Superman related, just get it off my board instantly, please. Played on the new. Oh, this is hilarious. You've seen the 2025 starter map, the Marvel starter.
Yeah.
So you said it's a barn with corn, right? I'm like, yeah, this is just Nebraska. I'm just playing my Nebraska map. But then there's a little river, a little stream, right? And then there's another section of land on the other side. And I'm like, yeah, this is the Missouri River, and that's Council Bluffs. So it's just this little poopy
That's
little
Carter Lake
corner of
over
it.
there.
Yeah, little Carter Lake, Iowa. Shout out. So I played
where
2
the
games on
airport
that
is.
map. Huh?
It's where the Omaha Airport
Shout out
is
Omaha
in
Airport
Carter
in
Lake.
Carter Lake, Iowa. The Omaha, Nebraska airport.
Redrew our state lines, and we lost the airport.
And oof, that was a tough call, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know how we ended up that way, but here we are. But yeah, that map rocks. I love the 2025 Marvel starter map. Just with the corn in the barn was just hilarious. But yeah, it was a fun time.
Did you turn that cornfield into a party?
I did. Oh gosh, wow! I can't
Did you kick
believe.
some dust up?
Yeah, dude. Kick the dust up.
Kick the dust up. just gives me like PTSD to being a freshman in college.
And, yeah, fair enough. I can
Luke
only
Bryan
imagine.
came to SDSU.
Oh, did he?
Mhm.
Oh, dude, really quick. One more thing that made me happy this week. Shout out this kid at Hy-Vee. Now that you talking about Luke Bryan, it got me. So I was doing my standard egg whites and 12 white monsters at Hy-Vee, as you do every Sunday. And I'm just wearing, like, what is my normal clothes? And then this kid goes, man, I want to be like you someday. I'm like, huh? And he's like, dressed like a cowboy and stuff. That's like the vibe I'm going for. And I'm like, oh. So, like, all you got to do is go to Cavender's. And like, Cavender's, what's that? I'm like,
And
oh,
then pretend.
That's the country western store.
If this
in
is what
town.
you want to
If
be.
this is what you want, just
pretend.
go for it. And he was like, yeah, I already bought my cowboy hat off Amazon. I'm like, brother, you ain't no cowboy.
No.
I was just like, oh, man, well, good luck. But yeah, he was like, oh, dude, you ever go to the outlet malls? They got like some Luke Bryan brand stuff over there. I'm like,
It's probably bedazzled.
I'm just like, there's a difference between looking and dressing.
Blood restricting
And then
jeans.
just the tightest denim known to man. But yeah, I was like, well, your heart's in the right place, but I don't know. Maybe,
Is it?
Maybe no,
I
not
don't know.
really.
I really don't think
volunteer
it is.
on a farm or a ranch or something this summer, please. Don't just get a cowboy hat off Amazon. That hurt my soul a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, well, cool, man. Glad I'm something. You
I
can
mean, dude,
aspire to be.
you'll see right through it.
They really will.
City boy.
Well, that's what I had to pull out one of these. I'm like, well, make sure the clothes don't wear you, son. And I threw out a
Yeah,
son
dude.
there. I'm like, just
There's so much truth to that. I've already
It really
talked
is.
about that
Yeah.
before. I love, like, honestly, kind of ugly clothes. But the thing is, I own them. And that's all that matters.
Oh, I just realized you got the full hams fit on right now.
Revived it.
Interesting.
The Hambassador
Whoa.
is currently podcasting.
I was like, yeah, Ian does wear some ugly clothes. I was like, oh, he's wearing the hams shirt and the hams hat. Mm-hmm. You're cheating on your Liquid Death hat right now. You're drinking
Yeah,
a Liquid
man.
Death while wearing a hams fit.
Well, the Hams hat was retired from events, but for things like this, it's fine.
Classic.
Anyway, HeroClix. I miss
anyways.
US Agent.
I
Just looking at this
really do
build.
miss US Agent. US Agent was probably, like, number one, it was my favorite figure from the Disney Plus set. He was easily the most fun and probably the most accurate based off, like, the show and everything. As far as any figure in the Disney Plus set went, it just felt so flavorful playing this version of John Walker. And he just always rocks. He always balls out. I love hitting people with the... He's like, I'm going to outwit his defense power. I'm like, well, just so you know, he still has combat reflexes. Yeah, that was so good. And then he's like, okay, so I guess I'll outwit combat reflexes. I'm like, yes, that is what you should do, because they just have toughness willpower then. Like, don't. So yeah,
Potentially
like, that was
senses
pretty
from
fun.
the trait.
Potentially. At that point, he didn't at that point. But
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: like, my powers, the most powers I ever had was 3 at one point in time, right? But I always go flurry, then I go senses, and then I go outwit. Typically,
It depends on the situation you're in.
It does.
With the build that I was playing, we were playing him on the fully spec'd US Agent build
So
back
good.
when Spider-Man could copy TAs and you could Green Lantern sidestep
That was
your whole
so
team
fun.
around.
That was probably seriously one of the most fun teams to
Dude,
play ever.
I loved it. I spent so
good.
much time min-maxing that, and it was able to beat Thanos, so I'll take that.
back to
That's
back.
awesome.
Yeah, we killed some Thanos.
They also centered around using 2 of the 10-point Sentinel bystanders that came with Master
so
Mold.
underutilized. Still so
So-
underplayed.
Because they were colossal, US Agent very quickly his trait is when a friendly character within line of fire is KO'd by an opposing effect, choose one to use for the rest of the game, and then there's a slew of powers. So you would move the Sentinels out, just give up 10 points if they die. But the thing is, US Agent could always see them, so it's like, all right, I can take Flurry Exploit if you killed both.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next turn, it's like, I'm going to decimate. Like, I am
Destroy
better
you.
Sky Tyrant now, thank you. And if they don't destroy those
true.
Sentinels, they were 11 for 4 with Close Combat Expert. The team also had Empower on it. So very quickly, they could be hitting like 12 for 5, 13 for 5. And so I punished some people with Sentinels because they knew that I was going to do that with US Agent. And so they just let them exist. And I was like, all right, so I get the pressure then. It was like in a lot of ways, I love the concept of building with like pseudo retail. Done the same thing with like Sicarian Iron Man,
Oh,
where it's
sure.
like we move in with one, like the majority of our force, have Sicarian Iron Man hang back. If you want to come deal with Sicarian Iron Man, well, you're going to have to pull
Yeah,
pressure away from the
overextend, yeah.
entirety of my team to do that. So using positioning as a way to create pressure in that sense, where it's like, I have this massive threat, and it's way over here, but he's going to come to you next turn. You have to deal with this. I know you don't want to. That's always a fun mind game, and US Agent created a very interesting one for that. So he was just really, really fun to build with, and he worked with other figures I liked, like playing the super rare Green Lantern from Wonder Woman
That figure
80.
is still just like
That
chef's
might be
kiss. Amazing piece.
a top 5 just HeroClix design of all time. Just because there's
Honestly,
nothing that
There was
complicated.
some crazy like beauty in the simplicity of it. Even back when all you could do is make like the mitt and I guess the spotlight, right? Like,
Yeah.
Even back then, it was just like, no, he stuck around.
He just has a stop click with 19 defend right before it. It's like, holy, this is what every Green Lantern needed to be forever.
Yeah.
Because so often it's like Green Lantern would be
like
150 points.
ESD or something.
He'd get barrier.
Yeah.
ESD.
Ugh.
Willpower.
It was
It's like, I know he
painful.
wants all these things.
Yeah.
But man, so often, it's kind of like the Iron Man thing.
Probably the only thing I would
You look through
change
Green
about
Lanterns?
that Green Lantern is say you should have traded willpower.
Yeah, but the
Green-
ring gave it to him for
Oh,
free.
that's true. The ring did eventually give it to him for free, which was nice. Yeah, that's true.
So there is that. But that figure, oh man.
I figure rocked.
If every design mimicked that, where it was just simple but effective and just fun to play, but also I think there's some bias here because the Green Lantern sculpt was so good, and it's Green Lantern,
It was
and it's my
solid.
favorite one.
Yeah.
So there is that, but that is a hallmark design.
I mean, you could do the
Playing them
same
in
thing
tandem is
about
so
like
good.
my favorite character, right? Like Red Lantern Guy Gardner. He does two things. You know, he has that really cool big quake power, and then he makes a construct, and that's it, right? And then he just dies, and then he just
And
dies.
he just dies, yeah.
And but like that piece was so fun to like build around because you just had one big thing that you were worried about. You just wanted to make that pop off as much as possible, and yeah, it was like a very complicated, like weird, like power to like fully understand. But then it was like, yeah, he does
not
one big thing.
particularly, just bonus damage for each
I
person.
had to explain it to so many, all my opponents. I'm like, yes,
Oh,
you
really?
do take 9 damage. Yeah, that mostly was the disbelief of, no, I can't possibly. No, everybody's
No,
going to
you're
take like
taking
9
9.
damage. Yeah,
You're just getting sent to the HC
Yep,
realms,
yep.
buddy.
And like that piece was once again like stupid simple, but also I think there is a level of like the complexity comes from being like the established construct trait and the complexity
Oh,
that can
sure.
come with that, right?
Yeah.
And like not every figure can get something like that, and then also just get one cool, stupid, awesome power. So like Green Lantern got like he doesn't get one shot right away. Like he sticks around, like, and that's really fun. And he has really solid values with like Pensai and Outwit later, or just like a really sick defend, right? And then like Guy Gardner, it was the reverse, where it's like total glass cannon. He just destroys right away, or he gets destroyed. But then they also just had like that very simple extra piece of flavor that not many other characters can get, right? They would have to have a bystander described on their card or something,
Yeah.
in order to do the same thing that these guys do, because
That
they
is
had an
true.
element specifically made for that, right? So they could be simple because there was other factors that made it more complicated that streamlined it, though, for the way they
Yeah.
were introduced, right?
The addition of it,
Right.
for sure, definitely makes it so the
And then
simpler
there's the
case
Secret Six
is
in
more
the same
interesting.
set that were just complicated as all get out and were a complete
Yeah.
headache.
I mean, Sky Tyrant wasn't particularly complicated. He was just
Charge. He can charge flurry, and then he can also move his speed half. But if he killed somebody, then you get a blood token, and then also
Yeah.
if he has a
Oh,
blood
and actually,
token,
you're right, yeah.
he had so much stuff, and then he had the
Yeah.
Secret Six trait. He had like 3 or 4 abilities that were just like,
he did
okay,
have a
brother, I
book
get
on
it.
him. Yeah. Ugh.
All the Secret Six were just
But then, you have characters that are like totally overloaded. People have commented
I
in
agree.
the past,
Scott
it's like,
Porter
why are
is
some
overloaded.
meta figures okay with you guys and some aren't? It's like, well, I like them.
dude. Yeah. Well,
I was going to say the Flash from Wonder Woman 80. So overloaded.
oh, he is overloaded. Oh my gosh.
But what a great representation for Flash. Runs in, balls out, probably dies.
Right.
So I like that more than when he's like 80 points or 70 points.
Very true.
50 is probably a sweet spot for him. 30 was a little too little. For
Yeah,
13, 12,
it was just too good of a
18,
deal, and
3.
it was in that era where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play like 10 figures on my team. You know,
Mm-hmm.
all these like 30-point dudes that just mess you up.
But at the
There's so
same
many
time,
min-maxed.
he enabled so many cool
Oh, he
things
did.
that
Oh,
I
he
love
was awesome.
doing. So certain figures get passes, I think, because of that. Anyway, a little design tangent, I guess.
little mini
Make
tangent
more
on
Green
stuff.
Lanterns. If there's things
You're
to
not
draw
gonna believe this,
inspiration
Ian.
from,
You're not gonna believe this. There's
I
gonna be
hope
more
there's
Green
people like
Lanterns.
him.
There's
Really?
more Green Lanterns coming out this
Really?
year. No way, really?
if James Gunn pulls this
Oh,
off,
jeez, goodness gracious!
that would be
I
so
did have somebody send me a
epic.
meme where it's like, "This is the only bowl cut. This is the only bowl I care about today," and it was this right here, the only bowl I need. And I'm like, is that from a new trailer? Because I haven't seen that picture of Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner. So now I kind of need to go check and see. Look at that jawline on this guy. He just
that
looks like
may
an
be
idiot.
Guy Gardner.
All right, Ian, why don't you tell me about your?
That's not Captain America.
Goodness gracious, you may be Guy
Oh, is
Gardner.
it already? Is it already that time in the episode?
I feel like
for
we
the
might as
Falcon
well.
build of the week, the Redwing.
Falcon build of the week.
All right. So this one is what we did a little preview of last week. We just gave you the name. The name of the team is Classic X-Men. So it centers around similar concepts.
As a big X-Men fan, I'm really curious who's on the team.
Yeah, man. For all you X-Men fans, I think this is going to get you jumping out of your seats.
This.
It's all your favorite X-Men. So this, I am trying to make Falcon Redwing competitively viable. I want to say that. Like, that is the purpose of this, but I also understand that there are some pretty big inherent flaws in trying to do so. There's a lot of things currently that limit this. So for people who would like to critique this, I've probably already thought about it, but please come with comments. I do want to improve these builds. Anyway, starting out the build, we have Hadar Yao.
Dang.
Not thrilled about playing this piece.
Really, Ian?
But she's like the best X-Man.
A man of your talent?
She's like the best X-Man. She does so much damage, and we need to do damage. But she's being equipped with the motorcycle.
Enough, I suppose.
So a little running shot, sidestep, blast. She doesn't die. I mean, there's nothing I can say about this piece that hasn't already been said. And she's absurdly good.
So you don't want to put the whatever weapon on her?
Not for this,
weapon?
just because
okay.
I'm playing her at 60, so I want to be able to get her out and just do damage. Pulse Wave, the universal weapon, is fantastic on her. Like, that's probably what you should do. But this is more so like the reason she's on the team is there's not a lot of great X-Men.
So you just need
and I just need an attacker.
Piece. Fair enough.
So voting on mobility as opposed to a sidestep Pulse Wave because we can't deploy her super well. Then the one that ties it all together, we have Captain America from the Hellfire Gala set, who has the X-Men keyword.
Yep, that's right.
Getting a free Mjolnir. So he is actually a running shot Pulse Wave piece now, which is kind of sick.
That actually is really baller. I like that a lot.
So you get a free 20-point Mjolnir, which feels so good. And you also get some Quake Giant Reach 3, but that won't come into play too much. He does have potential to make his Gala Invite trait go off, which can get us an additional action for the turn, which this team likes to use actions. Because there's a lot of things on it, so that's very cool. In addition, we have another motorcycle on the build. This one's on Major Logan. Whole reason we did X-Men.
I love it.
Whole reason we did X-Men was to get Major Logan. That's it. And we could get him through Butterfly on the Animal build. Here's how we can get him on the X-Men build. So, yeah, Hadar Yao, another reason she's on the build is I feel like my odds of playing against one are pretty good. So, getting Major Logan to trigger, buffing our single D6 rolls. As we know, Redwing loves those single D6 rolls. In addition to, like, anything with a rollout, like the motorcycle also can just give super senses. So now Major Logan's a 4 through 6 senses. That's fantastic. Of course, we have to have Falcon and Redwing, again with the Bucky's arm on this build. So now he just has super senses because of Major Logan, which is very nice. And then the big thing here, so if you guys are wondering how this is all possible, Falcon and Redwing, when they're being built with a Captain America, he gets to take all his keywords, so he becomes an X-Man, because obviously Cap's
It's hilarious that, because that Captain America has X-Man, they can all be X-Men.
Next week, maybe we'll do the Wakanda team.
Okay, there you go. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's similar
There's
concept.
Captain America that cheats in Wakanda and stuff. Yeah,
and that lets us get Chair Panther, so we can say no Beetlejuice.
Ooh,
so that one might have the best legs to stand on. But the pieces around Wakanda, well, that's next week's discussion.
This is probably, if we can get our hands on Hadar Yao, this is probably the one team that I've seen so far that I want to play the most.
Really, over the Animal one?
Yeah.
Dang.
I really like the idea of this dude, of that Captain America with Mjolnir. I think it's really funny. I just think more than anything, I think it's funny. And obviously, I like Major Logan. He's a beast.
Yeah, I really like Major Logan too. I think
the Animal one did have my boy Peggy though. Maybe I just want to.
The Animal one I think has more sustain than this.
Hey Mike, if you're listening, can we play more 300 Modern at the venue so I can play Ian's teams, please?
Redwing teams. So yeah, Falcon and Redwing again. We are giving them senses because they have Bucky's arm with the Major Logan bonus. Hopefully, he can wildcard Avengers, so he's punching like 13 for 5 most of the time. We can deploy the Redwing really easy with a TK from him. We have the Timebreaker bystander, who, if that dies, that's actually very nice because it can potentially revive, so it keeps a prob on the map. Also has senses, which benefits from Major Logan. But on top of that, it gives us much more extended mobility. Like, Captain America is only like a 6 running shot, so being able to get him out, being able to get Hadar out, deal some damage, being able to send our Redwing out after a TK, potentially, to get him across the board, and we're punching from our starting area. The Timebreaker Pog is very good. Dogpool gives Mastermind to Falcon and Redwing. Again, if you get Pulse Waved, it ain't great. I know these things, but it's cool. Forearm, because I love him. It's, I think, my favorite bystander right now. Just 15-point charge, flurry, and power. Like
That's really good.
8, 11, 18, 3.
Really good.
And then Goose with Perplex to round out the build. So it is somewhat similar on the bystander front. I think I kind of know the utility I
You've got
want for
some
that.
go-to boys. Some go-to bystander boys.
But yeah, it's really, really fun to build with this figure because you get to, like, well, not necessarily pigeonhole yourself into a new keyword, but you get to manipulate the theme that you're on by the cap you choose. And surprisingly, Captain America has, like, a lot of goofy keywords to work with.
Fair.
So I think, past is definitely something you can do as well. That could be a fun one to explore.
That's what I would like to, yeah.
Wakanda. I mean, past is definitely going to be good. What was another one? I'll have to. Well, that'll be for next week's Falcon Redwing build
There
of the
we
week.
go.
But this is the classic
There we go.
X-Men, guys. Everybody's favorite. And
I mean-
then a bummer. I was like, when I was like X-Men, I was like, oh, sick! I can get Colossus Prime on this build. No, he's evil. No X-Men keyword.
At least he's actually the Shadow King. Ooh.
Yeah, ooh, scary man.
Ooh. No, Mr.
Yeah.
Shadow King, don't.
Don't do that.
Oh, gosh. Hey, stop. Stop.
So yeah,
Goodness gracious.
there's a lot of stuff.
No,
Thing,
yeah, the keyword bending is just a ton of fun, and that's probably my favorite thing about Falcon Redwing, besides the obvious, like, bystander, bringing them back to life, because that's, like, the focus of a lot of these teams. But anything that makes team building fun and makes you explore more avenues, that's a blast.
Oh, dude, this is like, if you guys want some gymnastics and team building, especially like if you find yourself like locking to theme, this is a fun way to expand outside of theme while still staying theme.
Right.
Just because, like, I mean, there's so many slants you can hit. Right now, I don't think it's possible. I've looked pretty extensively. I don't think you can get Kevin and Major Logan on a theme together with Falcon Redwing. But I would love for that to be possible.
What does Kevin just have? Celebrity?
Celebrity Robot.
There's a Captain America with a robot.
Okay, in modern.
LMD. No. Oh, I guess, yeah, he's not in modern
he's
anymore.
A60.
Yeah, A60 rip. All right.
Yeah, okay. Well, but then now it's like, what keyword is Major Logan robot?
Oh, sure. No, he's not. He's like
yeah.
X-Men,
bridge there.
Future, something like that, and that's it. It's like X-Men, Future, and X-Force or something like that, probably.
I think
Weapon X.
probably something along those
Yeah.
lines. But yeah, another figure that I'm really trying to make work, just because I like the keyword. I'm just still trying to make Assassins work.
Exiles, X-Men, and Future. This dude has awful keywords.
Yeah, it's
Because
tough.
he's got X-Men.
That is tough.
Yeah.
I really want Patch
Oof.
to work, and I really like Deadpool and Hitmonkey, so I'm cooking up some Assassin builds as well. I've talked to other people who are fans of the Assassin keyword, and yeah, they agree that it's just not quite there.
Not quite there now, really.
You can live on the fringe, but I think you're better off playing Assassins off theme to fit some more fun stuff in, some more utility into the build, because so much of the build
Do
with
Assassins just have, like, no support right now?
kind of
What? That's would be my biggest.
it's
ASS?
It's just that there's just a lack of, I think, cohesion.
Yeah.
The universal weapon really helps with that, though. Like, TK is a hard power to get with Assassins.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So giving universal
Interesting.
weapon to something like Myrn, you now have a TK leadership piece, but he can also be like a running shot pulse wave. Like, the universal weapon will open up, honestly, like, as bad as people want to say this is for the game, like, oh, you shouldn't have access to all this. No, it's actually really good,
Helping
I think.
out.
Because it opens up lesser keywords, I think, to more potential.
His Green Man is the biggest assassin helper, but he's not like a TK
He gets a free
mobilizer.
Conchu, so he's a prob outwit.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
So he is on my
He's got a
assassin
little
build
something.
currently.
Okay, yeah.
He helps with
Dang,
range.
Death the Land Shark is so freaking good.
King Deadpool and Elsa gives you another leadership
Okay, yeah.
and some free trick
There's some-
arrows.
I can see that there's enough
Perplex,
for
like,
assassin,
doesn't
but
exist.
maybe not enough that's like, yeah, this is assassin. Maybe it's-
of the meta.
Right. It's like you can play it. You can definitely play assassin, absolutely, but it's just missing a few bells and whistles to really.
What I found though
Push it over the- oh,
is
man,
if you
thank
use a cool combo. So I think what I've seen a lot of is people are leaning towards like Talon for their assassin builds. I'm not huge on her. She's good. Like, ignoring defense powers is great, but honestly, I think assassins can just push out enough damage to just work their way through it anyway. So actually, Deadpool and Hitmonkey with Ra's al Ghul Prime can just
Okay.
be a +2 attack for like
They
your whole
are.
team. So if King Deadpool hits, Or sorry, gosh, Deadpool and Hitmonkey.
Deadpool
They
and
hit.
Hitmonkey.
Anyone with Assassin gets +1 attack. Ra's al Ghul just gives a passive +1 attack. Deadpool Hitmonkey's already a 12. So he's coming in with a 13, and then your follow-ups are like 14 and 15 attacks if you want them to be. It's pretty sick. So your odds of hitting on the team, and then, you can get a decent amount of prob, too. So, yeah, Assassin is something that I would like to make, like, Fringe. That's always the goal. And I think it is existing in Fringe right now, but I just haven't found a build that I'm confident enough in yet.
Oh, that's fair.
So, yeah. Also, another thing I want to highlight, too, is I think we're about to see an uptick in Caveman Wally West.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
The broadsword is
Super
free.
senses or broadsword is free.
So now he has close combat expert, so you're just getting a 0 point,
Dang.
+1 to attack, which I think people's biggest gripe with him is that he has a 10
yeah.
attack. This guy is the phone booth thief. He gets to steal it, throw it behind, because he gets to attack with hypersonic.
So funny.
Go to any click where he loses super strength.
Booth.
Throw
thief.
it behind him. Shut
Okay.
off your super senses. Take away your shape change. That seems too good to me, dude.
That is good.
How are people not vibing with that?
That is cool. Well, there's also just like a lot of games not happening right now.
Yeah.
I say that as if we didn't just get done with like the King of New Orleans and like several different IC regionals, but still, there's not a ton of like super established events. We're about to get into our event season with Adepticon, with Florida, things like that. And then once those start to really kick off, that's when I feel the meta really starts to shift and get like a placehold and like figure out where it wants to be or where it really truly is, right?
Collector's Trove will definitely add some mainstays. In.
Oh,
There's no question.
I forgot
about
to
that.
mention that, but like, man, Rivalry, Fortify, I don't know how those don't go on every team. Fortify just saving you from getting dumpstered right away with one of your like linchpin guys or something. That's so huge,
I
And then
don't
obviously
mind
Rivalry
that
is
as
Rivalry.
much.
No, I like that one a lot. It's really solid. It's important. Keep track of your one shots, folks, because holy smokes, yeah, I don't know how Rivalry and Fortify aren't on every single team that I build. At the very least, those two, because holy smokes, they're so useful. They're so good.
Ooh, I do want to do another
yeah.
shout out.
Okay.
John Michael DeGiulio.
Okay.
DeGiulio, maybe?
The
He played-
Coolio.
The Coolio, the cooliest. He has opened up my mind to some building as well, and I want to put you guys onto that. So sorry, John, if you wanted this to be a secret, don't get second at a tournament.
Yep, shouldn't have done that, bro.
So congratulations, one, on getting second
Yeah.
in 2 events at NOLA. From what I understand, he's a pretty new player, so
Oh,
that's
nice.
really cool.
I like to see that.
And guys, this is exactly what it's all about. Show up to that tournament, try to win, but do it your own way. Don't copy paste. Don't play that dark side build just because it's winning. Ew. Stop doing that. Well, I mean, if you want to, whatever. But this guy played Aquanix at 50. Aquanix? How do people say it?
I say Aquanix.
Aquanix.
I don't say Aquanix. Aquanix might make the most sense, though.
I don't know. Every time I read it differently every time, but he had the avatar of a Mitt on that, so he's got some cool mastermind stuff. He played Zala Jor-El with a tomb on him or on her, which another thing that you're not seeing. Your favorite, Captain America with Bucky's arm.
Heck
Classic
yeah,
Peggy
love to
Cap.
see it.
Reverse Flash with the broadsword construct, which I'll be honest, I mean that I don't really get that one there, but hey,
No, I don't get it either. No, I just don't get it.
like
that's-
defense +1 and blades.
And that's okay, I guess.
He had Green Man with Khonshu, another great combo. But the big thing I really liked about his build, and I saw this, it would have been more effective if he would have not crit missed on the attack.
Oh, dang.
But Harley Quinn chase, I think this is a figure that everyone needs to pause and revisit. This figure is so crazy cool and very good, and he gave her the trick arrows. So when she pulse waves, if friendly people are within range, they get +1 attack, they don't take damage. And then after the pulse wave, you can do an after resolutions effect like the boxing glove arrow to knock somebody back. They take 2 damage from that, and pulse wave is still active. So you can deal 3 damage with this pulse wave. Another thing, she has a trait, the Jester of Castle L, which is when Harley Quinn would take 3 or more damage, she takes 1 damage instead.
Yeah, she's so annoying to KO. Oh
She's
my
a
gosh.
prob, she's a wild card, she's a running shot. Like, seriously, it is, after seeing him use it and how he was using it, I'm hard-pressed why this figure is not being played more. Like, I am all in on Harley Quinn now.
I thought she was getting a decent amount of play.
Not
No?
really. No, I haven't seen
She
much.
seems so good. I guess I figured she was getting played.
So yeah,
Thought she was solid.
shout out to Mr. John again for playing a team that is just. I mean, just so cool.
Unique,
like
man.
Zala can go across the board, hit something with her trait, place somebody, boom, more damage. And then your follow-up, your sustain is like really good on this team too, and it's just playing a bunch of wacky stuff that themes together. Like, I just love it. I love seeing stuff like this. I love people shaking up the meta and then doing really well with it, making people question like, hey, maybe I don't just have to spam Colossus at Ariel, which, yeah, make sure your team can do well against those.
But yeah, I have to make sure. I mean, the good stuff is good for a reason, right? You got to make sure you're prepared for it, even if it's not fun. Sadly,
I mean, yeah, I
Colossus
think Colossus
having a grand old time.
I think
wouldn't
Colossus
necessarily.
can be fun. Hadar Yao, I guess I haven't played against one yet.
Sure.
I've seen her in action at the tournament we hosted, and I was like, wow, that is insane. She'll be even more insane with Universal Weapon. I'm sure that'll be a big talking point in Florida, as I'm sure a lot of people will be bringing that.
By the way, guys, Florida is 24 days, 10 hours, 54 minutes, and 35, 34, 33 seconds away as of this recording right now. So it's going to be even closer by the time you actually hear this. But it's March 6th through the 9th. I'm excited for it. Ian and I are going to be down there as Dial H. We're going to be covering. We're going to be providing all sorts of live streams. Maybe Simeon. Maybe our little baby boy, Simmy Doo, will come down with us and hang out. He would do it for a Simmy snack.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think he'd do it for a Simmy snack.
Yeah. But yeah, Florida's going to be a grand time, guys. Make sure to just get excited. If you aren't registered and you plan on going, make sure to probably do that pretty dang soon, 24 days-ish out. So
yeah.
If you plan on going, head on down. It's always a blast. We always have a great time at Florida. David hosts a heck of an event. Champion Flix is always a pretty
And from
solid
what I
time.
understand, the reason why this timer is on the website is because David is already there and he's waiting in there with an elaborate set of
I see.
party poppers ready to blow the streamers
He's
up.
just giddy as can be, ooh, they walk through the doors.
I can't wait to see him.
And the first year host player opens the door and it's just
Yeah, it's enough streaming everywhere to epilepsy needs to be there needs to be a warning.
There needs to be some warning.
And it's just paper
for just loud
for lights
loud
flashing.
Noise, paper, but it's just paper.
But it's
There's
just
no
paper.
lights flashing,
That's
but
how
it's
elaborate
paper.
this is.
Oh goodness gracious!
Straight paper, David.
But yeah,
Newmark.
it's gonna be. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. But yeah, March 6th to the 9th, less than a month away. Holy smokes. Kind of crazy. Can't
And
wait.
they're going to be debuting a format where you have to build with one letter.
Oh, man. We were totally going to build teams for that, and we completely forgot.
Could do one live right now.
We could. Well,
honestly, we can just give our general thoughts on this.
Yeah, S is really broken. S is really powerful.
S is probably going to do some damage.
I don't know how that doesn't get played the most. I think
T is up there because tarot card
I
access.
think T is very much absolutely.
But yeah, S
Chatting
is
with
just
Matt Reed and a few other people, he's all about M, of course, because you get things like Master Mold. But you also get things that really help you bear your
Mulk.
inner. You get the incredible
the
Mulk.
the Mincredible
Oh
Mulk.
gosh, goodness gracious! No, but you get Marvella, Mary Jane, Master Mold.
Okay.
There's some other stuff. Molecule Man.
Oh hey.
Yeah, there's some decent stuff you get with M. That's some pretty heavy barrier.
Are there any
tech
good
and stuff.
Magnetos? I suppose the retail maybe.
And the good thing about Master Mold is that you can generate things, right? So you can generate Scott Porter.
Oh,
you can
hey, there
generate
you
whatever
go.
else, right? So it doesn't matter. So that's super helpful. It's that's kind of he was really, because obviously it's Matt Reed. He was pushing for M pretty hard. It's that was pretty solid. The reason S is so good is there's Scarian Iron Man, there is Scarlet
Spider-Man
Witch,
Prime,
there's Spider-Man
Scarab,
Prime, there's
Sky
all the Scott
Tyrant.
Porters, Scarab, Sky Tyrant, yep. Stupid amount of
Super rare the
stuff.
Flash. Is H a good keyword with Hadari Yao
Is
being a scary?
Is H a good letter?
Oh yeah, letter. Sorry. not keyword.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, you get Hashut Zaraz and so much great stuff with H. As the Dial H podcast, you would think we would have some really good H's for you, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
is
don't know,
H
gang.
is H a good keyword?
Obviously, there's Hulk.
How about C? C has Carnage, Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's Captain America.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
Pegasus Cap.
There's a handful of good caps now. I like to think, the Legacy card is seeing. I hear a lot of good things from the Legacy card. Actually, I've been hearing a lot of good things. I'm glad people are enjoying that. Matt Reed, Spencer White, and I really put in some good work to try to make it a really fun, comic accurate Legacy card. So there's that cap. There's, I don't know, there's a decent amount of C's. What else is C, though? All I can think of is Captain America.
Begins with C, and it
There we
goes
go.
a little like this.
Collector. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can play Ultra Chase Collector.
Just play
hey.
Ultra Chase Collector and Captain America on a team. I like that. That's funny.
Caveman Wally West. That's pretty good. Colossus
Oh,
Prime.
dang.
Holy,
That is good.
Wow, yeah, that's not bad.
But then what
That's not
equipment
bad.
can you even give them? Oh, another thing why Matt liked M so
The
much
Crod Sword.
is because you get Major Brock's Bunker with M as well.
Oh, hey.
that was
okay.
another really good thing with M is like the map
Chthon.
list is. Oh, well, okay. Oh, dang, Chthon. Okay.
Calendar Man, if the day's right. He could be nasty.
Will it be? Huh.
I'm doing a little dig here. Yeah, obviously Carnage Silver Surfer. That's why we're looking into this one, because he is nasty. Oh, the Commissioner from Wonder Woman 80. How about Colony? The sword is not
Colony,
bad.
okay.
Exploit. Captain Carter.
No.
She's fun. I really like that piece.
So H-
Captain Marvel Prime.
Oh, there
too.
you go.
He rocks. But you're probably playing Colossus. Let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, you
Chip.
gotta go. Oh, dang. Our boy Chip.
Yeah,
Shout out Chainsaw
Chip.
Chainsaw Chip. Chainsaw Chip. I think H is pretty tough. Even if you get like Hell Cycle, Harley Quinn, Hadari Yao, H is really tough.
I like Headless Horseman more
Headless
than most
Horseman,
people.
yeah.
Harley Quinn, okay, yeah, that is a
Harley
good one.
Quinn.
There's a couple good
There's
Harley
Bardley
Quinns.
Quinn as well, right?
Prime
you do get
Hulk?
Prime Hulk, which is true.
Okay.
Hound, who can shift into nobody else, which is awesome.
T also gives you Trick Arrow, I just realized. T, I forgot about that. T is really solid. Oh, M, you get Man Thing, too.
Oh, I think that is good.
That's big.
Ooh, that is good.
Let's take a look at M. Why is Matt so big on M?
I'm looking at T really quick. I'm like trying to figure out like what is even useful with Trick Arrow that you can get.
Manifold Legacy I get down with.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, who are we putting the Trick Arrow
Dude,
on?
it's
That is
like
a
kind of tough because the
great
word "the"
question.
doesn't count for
No.
T.
No,
So
it does not.
there's a lot of different
Major
Thors.
Logan?
Oh, Two Gun Kid, I guess. Dang. Oh, Major Logan's with M too.
But at the same
But
time,
once
you'd have to play
again,
against
in
an
this,
M.
you'd have to play against another M, right? So we'd really have to hype up M going into
But
the
if you
event.
generate a Scott Porter,
Oh, dang, you're right. So then
your-
that would
your
do it.
S's can
That
go
actually
hard.
wouldn't be too
Madison
bad.
is very good support. Yeah, Man Thing.
Yeah, M is
100%.
solid. I don't think there's enough in T at all,
M is-
actually. T looks
M is
barren.
really cool.
T looks
T is
tough,
barren.
dude. Yeah, it looks really tough.
Okay. Moonstone, Mephisto, Ultra Chase.
Ooh, okay.
That could be
There's
nasty.
some stuff there.
Dang, yeah. What about K? Now I'm just thinking. What's
K's
King,
Kong.
Kingmonger? What's his name?
King Killmonger. It is King
King
Killmonger. So you would get him and who else is a K? So I don't think there's anybody other K. I think it's you would just be like, oh, I get King Killmonger. Oh, Kid Thanos.
Hey, okay.
You would
so
get
you'd-
King Killmonger and Kid Thanos.
Kamo?
That's nothing. Yeah, okay. Kamo. You would obviously get Kong. There's
Yeah.
King Arthur. Kate Bishop. Khonshu. Oh, that's pretty solid. Khonshu.
Kevin.
All right. Kevin.
Ooh.
King Deadpool. Elsa Bloodstone. Okay.
K seems like there might be something.
You know
in
what?
K.
We talked about this the other night too. We talked about D because you get.
Dude, I
Dark
was literally
Phoenix.
searching
Were
D.
you really? Okay, yeah, dude.
Daredevil.
Daredevil. You get Dark Phoenix. You get Doctor Doom. What was the other D? You got one other Master of Evil.
Darkseid.
You do get Darkseid.
Domino Prime, Deadpool, and Hitmonkey. Both of those are really solid.
Yeah, so you get Doom Supreme and Dark Phoenix as far as Master of Evil goes. It's pretty
Honestly,
solid.
I don't know how valuable this is, but the Hellfire Gala Doctor Doom who can re-roll stuff
Oh, true,
in Silver
sure.
Age, I think is a better consideration.
Obviously, you get Chase Daphne. Massive. Huge. What would you do without her?
Dracula.
Oh,
Dracula.
Dracula. Oh, yes. Count Dracula.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix and Doom Supreme. Yeah, that is really.
That's a solid little thing.
good
Oh, yeah.
swap.
Demon in Armor? Oh,
Ooh, I like him.
baby.
Ooh, the rare Deathstroke from BTU.
Okay, yeah. A little
He's
pulse wave
a little
blades action. That's
inconsistent,
not bad.
but Hey, you know. The Deadpool from X of Swords as well, who can make water terrain and protect you from range.
Oh, yeah.
Gives everybody
okay.
Dolphin. The Darkhold equipment.
Dude, the dark side from JLU, how he was Fringe for a minute there. Kind of funny.
Yeah. I love that
Dude,
skull.
Dr. Claire Finn? Will she be legal for this? Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
D might... Ooh, like all of the Shifting Dooms.
oh duh. Wow. Holy
Okay,
smokes.
D might have some...
D
some
might have
juice
some
to it,
legs.
too. Dark Britain.
That's your boy. He ain't mine, but
Dude,
he's
he balled
yours.
out for me.
Did he?
Yeah, he
Not
did.
in our game.
Not in our game.
Not in our game, he didn't.
But he would have balled out harder if I wasn't such a gentleman. Where I was like, yeah, if you exploit me, I reduce pen. He's like, okay,
True.
I'm going to outwit that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I
If
understand.
he didn't do that,
The
could have turned.
headless.
I didn't want to
headless
win
Dark
on that,
Britain.
though.
Headless Dark Britain.
Yeah, he came headless.
It came in like that.
I wanted to glue a flaming skull, like a Ghost Rider head onto him.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Also, didn't really mind that he came headless. I thought it looked cool. Doppelganger Prime? Vulture Jr.?
It's kind of wild. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, D, I
There's legs.
think there's something for D.
Yeah.
Okay. How about something crazy like Y? No one's even considering Y.
Dude, there's no way.
Let's just take a look at what Y has to offer. Yondu Yelena so far. Okay, there's nothing here. But have people considered
Okay.
W?
Hear me out. You get Ulysses Bloodstone. You get the Universal Weapon.
Okay, I'm listening.
Ultra Humanite.
Eh,
You also get...
that's not...
that's kind of tough in you. But you get Ultron and all the Ultron-related stuff, right? So you can see through all of them.
Legacy Ultron.
You do get U.S. Agent, of course, with none of his... Well, you get U.S. Agent S.H.I.E.L.D., which is actually nice. So you get U.S. Agent. And then, yeah, you have to do some Ultron mission point stuff.
Can't
I feel
have
like
both their...
You do get a Watu.
Ultra
You do
Humanite
get-
from JLU.
But you also get Ultimate Nullifier
I do love
on
you. Can
you.
sell me on that.
Ultra Humanite here. The Ultimate Warrior, obviously. Undertaker.
Okay.
But Underground Temple,
Unseen.
Unseen. Ooh. Oh, dude, you get Mangog with M too, dog.
Oh
my gosh.
S gets Surtur.
I was literally... Oh, dude.
Oh, man. S is...
Every time you say one thing, it's just one other thing on S, dude. S is just
This is
nuts.
a fun format. I really...
I like it a lot.
I really like
I really
this.
like it.
I'm looking through W.
How's
Not
it
impressed.
treating you?
Not
No?
impressed.
Bad?
We're just going to keep looking at letters. Hopefully this is fun to listen to.
Dude, X is tough. It's X23, X23, Zavin, X23, Zavin. Zorn and Zorn. X23, X51. Oh, thank goodness. I needed different letters, or different numbers, excuse me.
Quick look at P. We've got Perdegathon.
Okay. Ooh. And that's it.
And we have... Oh, Poison Ivy. Maybe there's
Okay.
something there.
So F, Falcon,
and
Redwing,
you get
Flash Raptor, Forge, Phantom X.
Wait, never mind. I'm an idiot. I was
What?
about to say you get Man Thing and Swamp Thing, and I was like, why would you get
So
Swamp
silly. So silly.
Thing?
What's her name? Jennifer Kale? What's J got?
Okay, yeah, that's worth looking
What's
into.
J, huh? Juggernaut, Juggerduck, Josiah X, John Constantine.
I like him.
Kind of looking a little tough, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is looking a little tough.
P is
Jennifer Kale.
not looking great either. I'll be honest.
Jokester, oh boy.
Okay.
You do get all of the Jokers and stuff, which is something. Yeah, I don't think you played J. John Stewart, Joe Mullane, Jarvis. Yeah, I don't think you can.
How
I
about
don't think
E?
you can play.
We've
Oh,
got
dang,
Elsa
my boy,
Bloodstone.
John Walker, Captain America. EA Sports. It's in the game. There's got to be nothing.
Emperor
for A.
Gladiator. Emotional Modifier.
Yeah, A is bad. Never mind.
Eugene Torbert.
Oh, dude.
Witherspan.
E carries. E is actually a hard win.
Hard carry well. Ego Gem. Exospecs. Great equipment.
Oh, okay.
Great equipment.
Good stuff.
Eternity, who is... I just like that figure. Wasn't particularly
Oh,
good.
dude. A does get you the Florida legal Anthony Barnstable bystander.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Okay, hold your horses,
Here we
folks.
go.
Now we're cooking.
You do get Aquanix, Atrocitus.
Arachnite?
Oh, Arachnite. Yeah. You do get that.
Is there anything here? Arachnite's
in
got me peaked.
Yeah, you do get Arachnite.
Apocalypse?
Armored, Pog. You do get all the apocalypses. That is actually something to note. 300 points. Something apocalypse could just be like.
There is a sword that starts
What
with
do
A.
I do?
Oh my gosh, A, yeah. Holy. Annihilation, Apocalypse.
Oh dang, yeah. Agatha Harkness is also an A.
Can I get
pick.
a soul sword because it's from outside the game?
You do, yeah. You would be able to.
Yo, okay, hold on.
Apocalypse. Yep.
So we have Apocalypse, And
You
Anthony
get-
Barnstable.
You do get an Anthony Barnstable, of course. You get a Met on
Do you
somebody.
get Avatar of a Met? No, you just get...
You get a Met. It's an
Yeah.
A.
You
I don't
don't
know if you
get
get the
Avatar of
I don't know if
Khonshu,
you get that. Yeah. You get Aquanix, Aquanix, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Anthro,
Ethan Davis.
Ethan Davis. You do get Ares. That's something to know. You do
Ant-Man
get
Legacy.
Ares, Ant-Man Legacy,
Absorbing Man Prime.
Agatha Harkness, Absorbing Man Prime, Ol Exam. What else?
Is A good?
I mean, there's some fringe in A.
The Apocalypse.
I don't know if you get
the
you get
Apocalypse,
both the
Annihilation,
alchemical potion
Apocalypse.
and the alchemical fire. That's something.
Like what? That's 100. That's 205 points with the sword.
Ooh, you
210.
get the all black necro sword, dude.
Okay, people at home, maybe take a look through A because Legacy Apocalypse is still very nasty. The question is can you find enough stuff around it to make it
I think
good?
that's the toughest thing. Obviously, Andre the Giant.
Ace
Duh.
Legacy. Shut off some outlet.
Ooh,
Maybe there's
also just straight up Ace.
Is that good?
Like either one, Ace or Ace Legacy, actually.
AJ Styles.
Dude, Andre the Giant, AJ Styles,
That's all.
Oscar?
That's all you need.
shout out, Oscar.
I'm really scrolling through here.
I think there might be enough.
Alex
Just-
Wilder.
He did nothing wrong, dude.
He did nothing
Alex
wrong.
Wilder
He's
did
good.
You get Ancient Hold with A.
Oh,
My gosh.
Apache Chief.
Hey, shout out.
I do love that figure. Okay, we're going hard on A, and then we'll be done.
I agree.
Ameridroid.
Okay, I mean, really good free positioning, just
Mm-hmm.
straight up, like really solid.
Dang, is there enough in A? I
There
want there to
just might be. Oh, like
Autopilot Pim Particle Tank. That definitely is not. Does not count.
No, it's definitely the Pim Particle Tank.
At this point, I think I'm too deep.
Anarchy? Yeah, we're getting deep.
Maybe there isn't enough in A, but this was a very quick
A's kind of
scroll.
fun. A is kind of a fun one to look at, though.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
that's too far. But all right, let's go ahead and take it over to the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, if you support us on Patreon, you get access to our Discord. So for as little as $5 a month, you can support everything we do here at Dial H. That includes like renovating the studio, getting new equipment, and bringing even better Heroclix content to you fine folks at home. The people on Discord have access to our questions for the show channel. You can also always ask us a question just by sending us an email at dialhforheroclix@gmail.com or sending us a message
Or texting
on
Calder's
Dial H.
personal number,
Yes.
which is 605.
Stop, please don't. No, wait, hold on.
He
Do not-
lives at. Well, you guys probably
don't
know
want
our
to-
address.
Some
at this
people
point.
definitely do.
Yeah,
100%.
you
Some
guys-
people
you
do.
can dox
Quite a few
us.
people could easily dox us. And when we start the new studio, what is it? What do they call that? Swatting people or whatever? I
Yeah, we're
don't
gonna-
ever want that to ever happen, please. But it'd make for some good live content. I won't lie.
Oh man.
Anyways, don't do that.
Yeah, we were
Do not do that.
Jeff and I were joking about the like getting swatted, but they just keep flashbanging your room.
Oh no!
They keep cracking open the door like while you're asleep, throwing a flashbang in. I don't
My
think
ears.
he's stunned up enough, so they crack the door and throw another one in.
Just my ears are ringing. I'm blind. Just awful.
They do it like 6
Oh
times.
gosh,
And then they
jeez.
finally walk in, and you're just like, beside
Anyways,
yourself.
questions. We got one
Funny
from
visual.
Super Cab. It's a great visual. I get flashbanged 6 times.
and you're just incapacitated.
Just completely, I'm
But it's
double
funny because
tokened
it's
up.
like you're just like sleeping in bed.
Right.
Flashbang deployed.
Jeez.
Over and over.
Super Cab asks, would you rather see a newer Sentry or a Hyperion? We did get Sentry made the most recently. I will say I want to lean towards Sentry because we're getting like the Thunderbolts movie and I'm excited for Sentry.
Sentry is just way cooler than
He
Hyperion.
is just cooler than Hyperion.
Regardless of recency, always always going to be Sentry for
I
me.
would say, like, so the Marvel Contest of Champions, like, app game did have a fun little mini story with, like, Sentry and Howard the Duck being buddies. Hyperion and Howard the Duck being buddies. So I would like a Hyperion and Howard the Duck that were, like, together. Like, that'd be kind of fun. Like, partners in crime.
Hyperion just kind of reminds me of like Johnny Bravo. The Supernova one where he had the glasses.
Hey there,
on.
Nighthawk. Why don't you let me get more than +1 combat values, huh?
What's going on?
What's going on here?
Yeah, that's Hyperion. Whereas Sentry.
Hey
is
there,
just,
pretty lady. What do you see? I click your dial later, huh? And then he gets beat up or whatever,
Yeah.
classic Johnny Bravo antics.
It's like a Pym tank thrown at him.
Yeah, oh, that'd be so good.
Ew, no.
hey there, baby, don't take away any of my standard powers. And it's like Scarlet Witch. She drops a rune on him.
Oh.
He's all beat up and his hair's all weird and sunglasses are messed up. Classic.
Hey, baby, how about we go watch a Chad Gates movie? That's Elvis's
And then
character.
she splashes him with a hot glass. That's Elvis's character in Blue Hawaii.
Blue Hawaii.
Chad Gates
there you
is.
go.
Yeah,
Chad
that's,
Gates.
that's who that is.
Rocks.
Yeah, and then she just throws a hot glass in his face.
Yeah,
and
dude.
He's got to walk off all sad. Matt Reed asks, name a figure you think will be on the winning build at Florida. Also, will there be a figure from Collector's Trove? If so, what figure?
Come on.
I think...
Come on. Stop playing with us, Matt. Will there be a figure from Collector's Trove on the winning build in Florida? Yeah, there will be.
There will be.
I 100% on this. It's going to happen. Ulysses Bloodstone will win Florida. And
you heard it here first, folks.
I think he's going to win Adepticon, too.
Oh, dang, really?
I think this guy is the nuts. I know we have been like big on him since the beginning.
He rocks.
Somehow,
because we
weren't big enough. I think Ulysses Bloodstone is the best figure in the set. I'm being bold here. I'm being really bold. I know that. But where's the fun in not being bold,
It's true.
So Ulysses Bloodstone, I think, he's absurd. And he's so easy to build around. He has such good keywords. You can play him non-theme. There's so many things you can do with him. That's another figure I have, I don't know. We could do a Ulysses build.
He's got Soldier and he has Avengers.
Mystical, martial artist, Avenger.
I think he has Past and Soldier and stuff. Like Ulysses has
I can't remember if he has Past, but we'll do a double check on Past. Either way, he does have Past.
He has Avengers, martial artist, mystical, Past, Soldier.
He's so easy
Besides
to get
martial
on
artists,
teams.
these are really good.
And
Soldier's fringe too.
Even if it is if you miss the roll, Ian, he just dies. Do you want to chance that also through Super Senses, which I'm probably wild carding Wonder Woman for? So it's like a 4 through 6. Maybe I have Major Logan 3 through 6. Maybe I have Kevin to re-roll it.
True.
The stuff you can do with this guy is absurd. He's a 12 for 4 just naturally against monsters. You don't have to play him with the Bloodstone. You can give him whatever you want to make him just a brick house. So yeah, Ulysses Bloodstone is my number 1 ballot Hall of Famer for winning the tournament this year. But also Rivalry, Fortify, that'll be everywhere.
I mean, yeah, that's different than he did say. Name a figure you'll think, not a game element, right? So we're calling a real figure.
If it's not Ulysses, I mean the obvious answers would be I think Hadar Yao, Colossus Prime.
Colossus, what I was going to say.
Probably just those two. I'm not willing to say Kong at this point. I think people know how to get rid of Kong. It's pretty, he dies now.
Yeah.
Man-Thing I would put probably before Kong. I like Man-Thing more than Kong.
Really?
I don't think 200-point Kong is good anymore either.
Oh, really?
I'm going to go
for why?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, I think he's easier to deal with now that Hadar Yao can do a 3 damage pulse wave to him.
Oh, sure.
That just clicks him down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say he's not good anymore. I don't think he's as good. I don't think one-man armies in general, I feel like they peaked, and with Collector's Trove, there's a few things that I think kind of bring them down. Rivalry automatically hitting Kong, now he's got a lower defense, it's going to be easier to follow up on. I think there's just more ways to deal with him, and I think the more people play against stuff like that, the more they're prepared to deal with a singular target. I also think Colossus Prime just has a pretty solid matchup into it if you play it correctly. So I rescind my statement that he's not good anymore, but I think 200-point Kong is less effective than he's previously been. The figure I'm going to say I hope wins Florida and Adepticon and every other future tournament is the Ultra Chase Collector. I'd love to see him at least get top cut, so I'm hoping somebody's brewing some crazy stuff up with that because I really love that figure. But my number 1 pick is Ulysses Bloodstone, but I don't know, Hadar Yao.
I would be a believer
Colossus.
in that. I would say I'm probably leaning more toward just Hadar Yao seems the most established, just pain in the butt thing in the meta right now.
2 of those, just Pulse Wave Kong for 6.
Jeez.
Do you want a chance playing 200-point Kong? A double... Well, they can't both Pulse Wave, never mind.
No,
sorry.
they can't. Yeah, only one gets Universal Weapon.
Yeah. Maybe I need to think about this more, but I'm just not as impressed by 200-point Kong.
I'm definitely
him go crazy.
I'm definitely big on Ulysses, so I would say him, and then obviously bias. I really do want to see the Cap Legacy do super well, and I think it easily has legs to do well. So I would like to see that.
Ulysses Bloodstone just flurry precision striking him too.
No, it's so
Kong takes
against
an action
Kong
to hit him.
Yeah.
Also, Fortify exists, so your action where you come over and smack somebody for big damage. No, you didn't.
Yep.
So it's are you going to be quaking? Well, Beetlejuice is out there too. I just think there's more answers to him right now.
That's fair.
So
that's fair. Luke asks, if we can get the Scooby Gang as chases, maybe we can have other normal human TV gangs as chases too. How would you all make the gang into a chase set? And is Green Man... when he says the gang, he means It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And is Green Man more fitting as an ultra chase or a split dial a la Caveman Wally West? What, like Charlie Day can hit somebody and then go to a Green Man click? Is that what he's saying?
I mean, is the chase
Caveman
theme
Wally?
not just the Day Man?
It should be the day. It should be Dayman, Nightman, the Princess, and then Charlie as
Antonio,
like his version,
the troll.
as the Antonio the troll. How's this? And he pulls out like the gun and just
Come
shoots.
scratch my
and just
itchy,
shoots.
witchy, toesy,
Woesies.
No, Antonio. What?
Yeah, dude. Nightman is just like this martial artist, charge, flurry, sidestep, blades, just pouncing. I'm going for gasps.
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
with
he's
some
gotta
really
surprise
big
him. He's
damage.
gotta shut off some defense.
surprise, right? I think
It's got to be
Dayman-
the Nightman or the Dayman cast.
Yeah,
though. I
Dayman
don't
Cometh
know.
has to be like the chases for that.
There's, yeah,
Other version, there's just no other version of the gang that's like Pete.
As
the
iconic
Strong.
as that.
I mean, Rat Basher, Charlie Day is up there. He's great. I think
Charlie
I
Day
must-
should be a shifting focus.
he
character.
has to be. Yeah, shooting folks like Rat King, Charlie Day, Green Man,
Frank, I think you could make a
Dayman.
mission point character.
Okay, like selling wolf cola or like what
Yeah,
do you mean?
I mean,
like
just think
the
about all
selling
the stuff he
random
has his
garbage
hands
he
in.
tries to- oh yeah, absolutely.
So he's like he's not even playing the same game as
I
them.
think I think you'd also give Frank a few different shifting focus options. I really liked when they're trapped in Patty's pub and he's like John McClane, and so he's got like the gun taped to his back and all that
That's so
stuff,
funny.
right? Like he's climbing in the vents. And then I would love a like Prime. Maybe this is like Prime Frank, like Iwua, but it's him covered in hand sanitizer.
Oh, yeah.
I must
Must
be pure.
pure,
I
yeah.
must be pure.
Also, Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
Oh yeah!
Be-
Oh my
be a good
gosh!
one.
How can I forget about Dr. Mantis Toboggan? That's so good. D needs like a Oracle, like in contact with Oracle, but it's in contact with Desert Rose.
There you go. That's good. I'm the real Desert Rose. Oh, I suppose you could do the Birds of War too.
Oh yeah, that would be great. The Birds of War-
Stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap. They all have spray painted abs.
Dude, I need okay. Let's talk items. Let's talk objects. I need Crotein. I need muscle. I need
Cricket should
Fight
be the
milk.
Ultra Chase.
Cricket's the ultra chase. Oh man, that's so messed up. I want Fight Milk as an object though.
Oh,
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Dennis's tools. As like
Yeah.
a utility belt esque object. Gotta have that.
You could do a one shot called The Implication.
Ooh, that's good.
Maybe it works like Evil
That's
Entwinement.
good.
Whereas they're both they have to stay there.
They have to stay there
Take it-
because otherwise,
Yeah, The Implication.
The Implication.
Dennis, are you going to hurt these women?
no, I would never do that.
One of my favorite moments in that entire show is when, so that's been established that, he's talked about the implication and Mac doesn't really get it. It cuts over to, Charlie and Frank, they're doing whatever, and it cuts back to Mac and Dennis, and it's just a shot of the dock, and you hear their conversation in the store. And it starts with Dennis going, I need you to really understand this, man. You're making me feel like a bad person. And Mac just, looks at him. He's like, whatever. He just shrugs
Yeah,
it off.
dude.
That line just
So
gets me.
good.
It's just such a raw Dennis moment.
Oh my
It's so
gosh.
funny. If you guys haven't watched the show yet, if you can't tell, we love this.
I honestly, it makes me really want to rewatch It's Always
I
Sunny.
need to,
I
man.
really need to rewatch it badly right now. Oh my gosh, getting the itch.
It's so good.
Yeah. What are some other though? You know, it would be great. Oh my gosh, what is Bill's favorite show called? The Entourage.
Oh, Entourage, yeah.
Them as characters, as Chase. I don't know what they would do, but they would be a normal human characters, right? As Heroclix, that would fit Luke's question.
I don't
Entourage.
know. Really, now that I've come down from the high of talking about
Still
how much
need
I
to
like
finish
Always
that
Sunny,
show.
this doesn't make sense at all in Heroclix.
No, it doesn't.
Entourage is really good.
Now I'm just no, Entourage would never make sense. But Always Sunny would, of course, make sense in Heroclix.
Yeah,
That's where
I
my
agree,
brain
I
is
agree.
right now.
Totally.
Yeah. Anyways, dang, dude, I actually think I'm gonna rewatch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Yeah,
sooner
I
rather than later
want
now.
to now.
Holy smokes.
It's
Wow,
so
that show
good.
is
I
so
remember
good.
the first time I rewatched that, or watched it. Sorry, not rewatched it. First time I watched that show, I was legitimately sad when I was out of episodes to watch. I was
Yeah.
I'm not done hanging
I
out with these
remember-
guys yet.
I remember what was it, 2017, 2018, they said it was we're gonna remove it from Netflix. And it's that's when I was oh, I've never seen the show yet, so I'm gonna watch all of it before it gets removed from Netflix. And I watched pretty much all of it over the course of like 1 week. And I was just like, this show is amazing. Oh my gosh. And
I know, dude. So many people had told me about it prior to it too. And I just like, I would just see it and I'm just like, this just looks like another show.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And there were certainly episodes that I had watched before, like randomly when they would show on like TV or whatever, right? And then when I would get to those episodes, I'm like, oh, I get it now. This is way like, wow, I just kind of left because it was like kind of awkward and weird. And I was like, all
for
right,
people who praise The Office excessively, oh my gosh, dude,
that's The Office.
Is this spicy? There's salt on it.
It's just
Always Sunny has
dry, flat humor.
Got seasoning,
is what The Office is. Just very dry, flat humor, which, for dry, flat people. And I'm glad you like, wow, Dwight.
That's just like Mike at my job.
That's just, wow.
Yeah, sorry.
He won't shut up about Battlestar Galactica. That's hilarious.
Are we going to get cooked for talking
people,
this about
there's a lot of cultural, like, relevance that The Office has, right? Like, there's so many, like, references and memes and stuff are, like, through The Office and everything, and so many people latch onto it, and it's so many people's like comfort show. I think like during 2020, The Office was like one of the most streamed shows like ever, right? Like it hit insane peak
they're
numbers,
still
right?
merchandising it. Like you can like, what do you meme Office Edition? I would rather
and it ended over
drive
10 years
into
ago,
the ocean,
right? Like it ended around 2014, 2013, somewhere in there.
Sounds about right.
Ended forever ago, and it just it gets done to death.
The Office Monopoly.
Oh, jeez.
The Office.
Yeah.
Insert board game,
just anything. Yeah,
and people buy that because they keep making it.
Yep.
I wouldn't buy an Always Sunny Monopoly either. To be clear,
no.
Like, I don't.
Well, Monopoly is also just like a flawed board game.
I wouldn't buy an Always Sunny. What do you mean? I wouldn't buy What Do You Meme to begin.
I wouldn't buy.
That is like the worst game ever.
It's so bad.
Hey, this picture's funny. What are they saying?
Wow.
What's going on here?
Well, to be fair, that's just using the same format as like Apples to Apples, and it's using like Cards Against Humanity, which all those games are just instantly played out after the first 1 to 2 times you play them, because it's like, well, I know what all the cards are. The shock value's worn off. Like nothing was worse than the era of people being like, you want to play Cards Against Humanity? It's like, no, dude, this sucks. This is just like grossly inappropriate for the sake of being grossly inappropriate.
We could just have a conversation that's like funnier than this.
Yeah,
I guess that's not the case for a lot of people.
Sadly, no.
Because you
weren't going to conventions around like the 2016 to like roughly modern era, but there's always some group trying to play Cards Against Humanity. I'm just like, can we not, guys?
Yeah.
Can we have like, can we interact like real?
Oh yeah, like before we'd go out, it's like, oh, let's play a card game, whatever. It's like, oh, do you want to play Cards Against Humanity? It's like, no. It's like
no.
After a certain point, it's like, yeah, I think I'd rather play like just about anything else.
I'd rather play Crazy Eights, dude. I'd rather play Uno than that. Are you kidding? Like,
I like Uno.
No, Uno's a good. That's what I'm saying. Like, Uno's a good time. Like,
Uno's
that's a
fun.
fun game. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all. Somewhat, the Heroclix train has left the station.
Quick rundown.
Okay.
Always Sunny, great show. Give it a watch. The Office, it's a good show. I'm not going to say it isn't.
Dry humor,
but that's salt compared to the
awkward
seasoning.
Yes.
Stop trying to get me to play Cards Against Humanity.
Agreed.
And Uno is a good game.
Yeah, I think that summed it up. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, if you ever want to buy Heroclix for some reason, if that's actually something that you would like to do.
If you guys listen to a Heroclix podcast.
Jeez, imagine being a nerd and listening to a Heroclix podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Could not.
Imagine recording one.
Could not be me, brother.
No,
that would be so lame.
No chance.
Oh, goodness gracious. But anyways, check out CoolStuffInc.com where you can find the latest Heroclix singles and sealed products. Use code DIAL5 for 5% off your Cool Stuff Inc. order. And once again, there's all sorts of promos going on at the shop.whizkid site. But if you want to buy some Heroclix and there's no promos going on, you can use code DIALH10, DIALH 10 for 10% off your order over there. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the show. For all your Heroclix content, unboxings, podcasts, videos, and more, make sure you dial H. And like always, happy trails.
Kick the dust up. Come on. All week long, it's a farming town. They're making that money grow. Tractors, plows with flashing lights, backing up a 2-lane road. They take one last lap around. That sun up high goes down. And then it's on, come on girl, kick it on back. Z71 like a Cadillac. We go way out where there ain't nobody. We turn this corner back it on up. Fill your cup up. Let's tear it up, and kick the dust up. Bar downtown, they got a line of people way out the door. $10 drinks, it's packed inside. I don't know what they're waiting for. Got me a jar full of clear, and I got that music for your ear. And it's like knock, knock, knock goes the diesel. If you really want to see the beautiful people, we go way out where there ain't nobody. We turn this cornfield into a party. Pedal to the floorboard, it up in a four-door, burning up a back road song. Pocket it with pile out, baby, watch your step now. Better have your boots on. Kick the dust up. Let's back it on up. Fill your cup up. Let's tear it up, and kick the dust up. Come on. Just follow me down neath the 32 bridge. Y'all'll be glad you did. Kick it. We go way out where there ain't nobody. We turn this cornfield into a party. Pedal to the floorboard, it up in a four-door, burning up a back road song. Pocket it with pile out, baby, watch your step now. Better have your boots on. Kick the dust up. Back it on up. Fill your cup up. That's what's up. Let's kick the dust up.